Welcome back Pokefans to Pokémon Legends Arceus Part 22. Last episode we have got the ability to fly around with Braviary, which is amazing. This episode we'll actually go back to Alabaster Islands and we will actually try and quell the 5th Lord of the Tundra, Lord Avalor. It's gonna be pretty intense and I'm really excited for it as well. But just before that, I do want to actually show a few things. The first one is going to be the mystery gift section. As you might know, we have some new codes that are available for us to get some new gifts. Let me quickly go ahead and input the first code. And I think you guys can just pause the video over there just to see the code as well. And here we have our very first gift. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and accept it and let's see what we have got. Alright, so this is quite nice. It's a bit different from the other games. And let's see finally what we have received for this code. Here we have it. Alright, so that is quite nice. I'm really appreciating the 5 rare candies that we get. It's gonna be quite helpful. Alright, here is the second code. Again, you guys can just go ahead and pause the video for that. Let me quickly go ahead and select the code as well. And we have the very nice animation of receiving the gifts. It looks same like the other games but a bit different. Anyway, here we have the code received. And let's see what we have got. Alright, so this is pretty good. I really like the thing that we got 30 Ultra Balls. It's gonna be helping me a lot. Anyway, other than that, I just wanted to show you guys the shiny Remoraid that I caught. I was just flying around and found it. And this Parasect right here, I actually found it in one of those Pokemon outbreaks. Anyway, it seems like my Remoraid is actually ready to evolve. So let me go ahead and evolve it. I really like the shiny Remoraid a lot. Especially since it's purple in color. But I do believe that this shiny is really bad. The Octillery is it's just destroyed the purple color. Anyway, that is the 2 new Pokemons that I caught. The other things that I do wanted to show is the upgrades for the shop. Since we did all the requests for them, as you can see, the clothes store looks so pretty. Now this is the full upgrade for the clothes store and you can buy all the options in that. The other shop that is upgraded is this shop right here. So all the item shop is completely upgraded as well. And it looks amazing. I really like the new design for it. Anyway, let me just check with Ginter right here and he does not have any items. Alright, it seems like these days Ginter is taking a lot of time to get some new items. I'm hoping that when he gets the items it's gonna be pretty good. Also, it seems like my crops is yet to harvest, so we are not ready for that as well. Alright. The other thing that I did want to actually complete is the 2 requests right over here. So the very first one I want to complete is the request for Cherim. Now it was quite surprising. I was able to actually find around 3 Cherims in the shaking trees back in Torrent Islands. And I was able to finally complete the Pokédex for Cherim. As you can see, it's actually level 10. And it's complete. Alright, so it took me a lot of time to do this, but it's much easier if you go to Torrent Highlands. Anyway, let me just talk to this NPC right here and we can just show him the Pokédex entry that we have. Now you don't really get that much of a reward for this request. Now I did complete it just for the sake of completing all the requests in this game. Alright, here we have it. It's just gonna be that flower kind of item. Not really good, but that's alright. Anyway, the other request is the trace of the lost village, for which we do have to actually go back to Alabaster Islands. So let me make my way over there and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, here we are. Now, before completing that request, I did want to actually complete a few other things. Let me quickly go to my pastures, and as you can see, these are the new Pokemons that I caught between the last episode and this one. Alright, so finally I was able to find the 2 fossil Pokemons. You do have to actually get them only through the space-time rifts in Torrent Island. Let me quickly move them to my team. I do want to evolve them completely. The other thing that I really missed is evolving my Voltorb as well as the Sneasel that I have. So I do want to evolve it in this episode as well. And finally, I was able to find the Alpha Petalil. After so much episodes, I was finally able to find one in the Crimson Islands. So let me quickly go ahead and evolve all of these 6 Pokemons and we can go from there. Alright, as you can see, my very first Pokemon right here that is ready to evolve is gonna be Cranidos. And it's gonna be evolving into a Rampardos. Alright. So I have not yet actually used these guys in my team. I've not yet used them in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl or in this playthrough as well. Alright, the second one that is ready to evolve is gonna be Sheldon right here. I did find that Sheldon was much available in the space-time rift than Cranidos. Anyway, finally I do have Bastiodon as well. Alright, so that are the first 2 Pokemons. Now for the others, I do have to actually have an item to evolve them. Alright, the very first one is gonna be a Leaf Stone. And to evolve the Voltorb in this game, you do have to have one. Since I did have one, let's quickly go ahead and evolve our Voltorb as well. Finally, I have the data for Electrode in my Pokédex. Alright. Now, Electrode is also another Pokemon that I wanted to use in my team. It's quite unique in this game. As you might know, it's actually a grass and electric type. The second Pokemon that I wanted to evolve is Vulpix right here. You might remember that I did mention it does need a Ice Stone to evolve. And since we do have one, we can actually go ahead and evolve it as well. And alright, so Ninetale actually looks really pretty in this game. Alright, so those are the 2 Pokemons that evolve from the stone. Now let me quickly go ahead and switch out my Pokemon. I do have to bring out my Petalil. And let me just exchange it with one of the Pokemons right here. Alright, that is also another Pokemon I want to evolve. And it's quite easy to evolve if you have a Sunstone. Alright, so this is the Alpha Petalil. Now, Petalil in this game is actually going to be having a dual typing once it evolves. Lilligant is going to be a grass and fighting type. So it is amazing. I really like its dual typing and it also looks amazing in this game. So finally, after so much trouble, I was able to get it as well. Alright, so I guess I do have still 2 more Pokemons to evolve. Let me quickly go ahead and evolve them as well. But Alpha Petalil, actually Alpha Lilligant, I'm sorry, looks really huge. It's even taller than I am, which is quite surprising. Let me try and bring out my Bastiodon as well. Alright, not bad. Not that big as I expected it to be. Now that I have a shiny stone, we can actually go ahead and get a Togekiss. Alright, so this was one of the evolution line that took me a lot of time to actually catch. I did catch this Togetic back in Crimson Islands as well. It was actually flying around and I was able to catch it with the help of a feather ball. Finally, I have Togekiss in my team. Alright. As for this Sneasel, I do have to have a Razor Claw in order to evolve it. So let me go ahead and buy one of them back in Jubilee village, and I guess we can go from there. In the meantime, since we are back here in Alabaster Islands, I do want to go ahead and complete the request Treasures of the Lost Village. As you can see, we do have a pointer pointing to us. So let me go over there, and it's quite close it seems. Alright, let me quickly go over there. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, here we are. And I do see that there are 2 Snorrons and something shining on the floor. Okay, it seems like we do have to go ahead and pick it up as well. But it seems like the Snorrent is more focused on it. Maybe it did want to actually pick up that item. Alright, now that they are gone, we can actually go ahead and pick up this item. Let's see what it is. Okay, it's a Torrent Journal. So, do we get to read it? February 5th. I was on my way back to the village when a blizzard blew in. I decided to take refuge for the night in one of the mountain huts. I awoke at dawn due to some noise. This kimono thing actually makes me wonder if it was a Pokemon. The only Pokemon that I remember which has a kimono kind of design is gonna be a Frostlass. So I wonder if this person is actually writing a journal about it. Not really sure, but it seems like he or she was actually really terrified of it and might have been quite scared during that time. Alright, it seems like we have to actually move on. We have another direction as well. Let me quickly make my way over there. And I guess we'll get to know what happened to this person who wrote this journal. Alright, it seems quite close. So let me just make my way over there. And here we have the 2 Snorrons back again. Alright, it seems like they are quite afraid of us. And oh, okay. Yes, my guess was correct. So it was a Frostlass that the person in the journal had actually seen. And I guess we do have to defeat it as well, which is totally fine. Let me go ahead and defeat it. Okay, it's a good thing I have Samurott in the beginning. I can just go ahead and use its very good move. Alright, that was quite good. We did take it down in one hit. And let's see what we get for defeating it. And we did get a, seems like, bundle of pages. Oh, so we did get the other part of the journal that we were trying to fill. Alright. It seems like the story actually continues. And maybe it was true. I guess we did have a lost village right here in Alabaster Islands. Alright. September 1st. It's hard to believe it's been years now since I began living together in this islands. I guess that is islands. I was flipping through my journal entry today and happened to remember the I met once in an odd way. Reminds me of that, I guess, the Frostlass that he met the other day. Alright, I guess this whole thing has a story right here. Not really sure what it's completely saying. Maybe if I do some research, I might be able to get the whole storyline for this. It's quite interesting. Though they have been avoiding a few words here and there, although it's not that difficult to actually read. But yes, so if you guys want to read the whole thing, you guys can just go ahead and piece it together and let me know about it as well. Alright, that was the end of the entry. We do have to actually make our way back to Jubilee village. So I guess I'll just go ahead and do this. We do need to evolve our Sneasel as well. Once we evolve our Sneasel, I think we can come back over here and challenge the 5th Lord. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Now I have been trying to complete the Pokédex entries for as many Pokémons as I can. And I'm quite close to actually going to the 9th star. As you can see, only 210 points left. Hoping that we can get it completed in this episode. Alright, we are making our way back to Jubileef village. And now that we have it, I guess I have actually completed my Pokédex other than the 2 starter Pokémons that we did see initially. All the other entries are completely finished till now, except some of these that we haven't yet seen. So I'm actually hoping that we will be able to complete our Pokédex sooner. Anyway, the very first thing that I want to do is enter Galaxy Hall and get the request completed. And I think the request was in the ground floor. That's where I think the Ginkgo Guild merchant was standing. You might remember that I did mention that the Ginkgo Guild that was newly coming to the underground right here would have a request in the future. So I was right about that. Anyway, let me quickly go ahead and talk to him and we can get this request completed as well. Seems like our old journal is actually lost. I wonder if the Frostlass actually took it back once we defeated it. That is a bit suspicious. I was actually hoping to have the journal with me so I can actually reread it through. But I guess not. Anyway, I'm glad that we were able to confirm that there was a lost village one time over there. And we have completed his request as well. Alright. And yes, this is a question that even I have been asking to myself. Not really sure why the Pokemon actually took back the journal. I might have to actually look this one up to just come to know what really happened. Anyway, let me quickly make my way out. And I'll just go ahead and buy a Razor Claw from the shop right here in Jubileef village. You will find it freely in a space-time rift, but since I didn't find one, I'll just go ahead and buy it. Alright, so since I have bought it, let me quickly go ahead and evolve my Sneasel. In order to evolve this normal Sneasel, you do have to evolve it only during the night time. Since it is night, it actually is going to be evolving. You will be able to find Weavile itself in Space-Time Rift back in Obsidian Fieldlands. But as I have seen it, it's quite rare. I have not yet found one in there as well. That's the reason why I decided to just go ahead and evolve it. Alright, I have been actually defeating a few of the Pokemons since there was a Pokemon outbreak. Let's see if we can get the 9 star right here. And it seems like we do. Alright, so this is amazing. Let me make my way back to Jubileef village. We will go ahead and get the 9th star and we can actually move on from there. This is quite nice. I have been able to get all of the Pokédex entries completed. It is a bit tough since you do have to get a lot of points. But I think once you start completing a few of the Pokédex entries, you will be able to complete it much sooner. Alright, let me quickly make my way to the farm as well. As you can see, the farm is complete and I can get my harvest finally. I did actually forget about one thing. When you actually select for the berry selection over here, you can actually get some special berries harvested as well. Let me go ahead and show you guys that as well this time. I will just go ahead and click on berry harvest and he will ask us if we want to harvest special ones. And let me go ahead and select that. So it's gonna be around 20,000 Pokemoney, which is totally fine. Alright, let me make my way back to Galaxy Hall and we can go from there. Alright, so I'm really excited to get the 9th star. It took a long time for me to actually get this one. And let's see how much points we have to make to get the last star. Alright, so we have totally got 30,000 points until now. And we have completed a lot of Pokédex entries for this one. Seriously, it took me a lot of time to complete this. I'm really happy for this. Alright, so this is gonna be our 9th star. Let's see what we get as a reward or a recipe for this one. Alright. And here is our present. It's gonna be 10 rare candies. Alright. So I guess we're not really getting any new recipes but rare candies, which is quite nice. Anyway, now that we have completed everything that I really wanted to finish, I think we can actually make our way back to Alabaster Islands. Alright, so we are back in Alabaster Islands and this is the path we need to take to go to the arena. And it seems like there are a few Machokes around here. That's alright, I already have its Pokédex completed. It seems like Volo has come to visit us. Why, if it isn't Dashi? What a pleasure finding a familiar face or any face in this far corner of Alabaster Islands. I came to bring Garrick an order of sword caps and he's more than willing to have a chat about Avalor. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Absolutely, if it helps us. So Avalor, yes, the 5th Hisuian noble. That he is, and you know what? He is an absolute beast. Well, yes, according to what I was told, not only does he barge you with a chunk of ice, he fires off massive icicles and he causes sharp ice crystals to erupt from the ground. Okay, now that description is quite terrifying. I wonder if that is a clue for us when we are gonna battle it. Which I think it is. So we might have to be constantly dodging and moving around. Which means I think the only time I would get to actually lower its HP is when I actually battle it and defeat it. Anyway, now that we have had this discussion and a little hint on what we're gonna be having, I think we can actually make our way to the arena. Oh, okay. It seems like we have a Alpha Machamp right here. Well, let me quickly save my game and actually try to catch it. And since I don't really have Machamp's data in my Pokédex, this will actually help me a lot. Alright. Now, I do have Braviary in the beginning. It should help me to bring it down to quite a good health. Let me try and see if I can actually sneak up to it and get a back strike. Oops, okay, let me try this one again. And unfortunately, it actually moved at the last. Since it is at level 70, I wonder if we can actually take it down. Of course, it took half of my health, which is pretty bad. I guess I'll just go ahead and use Roost again. Hoping this turn it doesn't really hit me. And it used Double Edge. Okay, I guess the only other way is to just use Roost and let it just use Double Edge on me. That way I'll be fully healed and it will actually lose some of its health. Alright, that is almost half. Let me try this one again and let's see. Yes, it did use Double Edge again. Alright, so that's pretty good. I think we can actually go ahead and use a Great Ball. Let's see if we can catch it right over here. And we do catch it. Alright, so that was pretty good. Let me quickly go ahead and heal up my Pokemons and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, when I was actually coming back to the camp and I actually saw this request right here. This is actually another new request. Let me quickly go ahead and talk to him. Alright, it seems like another balloon quest, which is quite interesting. I didn't really think that we would find one right here. Alright, since we do have it, why not we just go ahead and give it a try. I do want to actually go ahead and battle the 5th Lord, but I think that can wait for a few more minutes. Alright, it seems like we do have to pop around 30 balloons, which is fine. We do have 2 minutes, but I think this is gonna be a much trickier than before, since we do have to actually switch around different nobles. Alright, so this is okay, it's a bit trickier. As you can see, we do have to actually switch. And of course, I clicked on button B instead of the plus button. Alright, this is a bit challenging. I guess I won't be getting the balloons all the way right here. And I keep hitting button B instead of the plus and minus sign. There I go, missing another balloon. Okay, I guess I do have to actually practice how to do this one. The last one back in Cobalt Coastland was pretty easy, but this is actually much challenging than that. And we do have to actually transition right over here as well. And I am not in the same height as the balloons, so I have missed quite a few. Hoping that I don't miss the others at least, and saying that I missed that one as well. Alright, 18 balloons. We do have to actually go ahead and pop around, I think 30 of them. And I'm pretty sure I won't get them in this one, which is totally fine. We did get to know how to do this. It's much trickier than before. And I lost sight of the other balloons. Okay, so yeah, there they are. They're actually on the air. And I guess I do have to actually go up the arena completely. Okay, so that was pretty bad. And the time is almost over. We just have 14 more seconds. And that is all, I guess. Yep, this was pretty bad. Okay, at least we were able to manage, popping out 22 balloons. I guess just 8 more and I would have been completing it. Maybe in the next episode we can retry that. Anyway, we did get a Ultra Ball from it, which is quite nice. But for now, I will go ahead and heal my Pokemons, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, we are almost there. Now, Avalor is gonna be a ice and rock type, so it would be really nice if you have a grass type or a fire type in your team. That will actually help you take it down in one hit. And I think it will be around level 50, so it's gonna be a bit tougher. Let me save my game and we can actually go ahead and talk to Garrick over here. So we are to quell Avalor as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feeling won out. Or maybe your real strength comes from the way you walk among with both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I would better get to work making some bombs. Alright, so I guess he is going to be preparing the bombs right over here. I am really excited for this. This is going to be the very last noble. And I'm hoping that we don't really faint in this one as well. As he explained before, it is going to be a bit trickier. But I do believe that we can actually go ahead and defeat it. Alright, so here we are. This is the Legacy Arena. And here is Lord Avalor. I think it's gonna be, oh my god, it's so huge. Oh, I was not expecting it to be this huge, but oh well, This is gonna be pretty good. Alright. I am really excited for this. So just like the others, it will also have the 4 different bars. And as you can see, I did hit it pretty much, but it didn't really do much of anything. And for some reason, I am not dodging. Let me try this one again. And yes, here we go. Alright, you don't really have to jump around. You can just wait for it to completely go through and just run around. Here is the icicles that he was mentioning, but it's pretty easy to dodge. And now this is actually gonna be the trickier part. As you can see, the ices will actually crash into you, and you do have to be moving in order to avoid them. Alright, that was the 3rd attack, and this is gonna be the 4th one. All we had to do was jump, and now it is too tired, so we can quickly go ahead and bring out our Pokemon. Unfortunately, I had my Braviary in the beginning since I did battle the Machamp. Braviary won't be able to do much, but let me actually go ahead and use Brave Bird, and we can just do as much as damage as we can before Braviary goes down. And here Avalor does use a agile move, and I guess Braviary is going down right here. Oh, apparently not. Okay. Alright, it seems like Avalor is at level 56, so that's quite high. I do remember Lord Electrode was at level 40, 45 or something like that. Now I did go ahead and bring out my Ursaluna, who can actually do much damage than Braviary. Let me go ahead and use the ground type move. That should actually damage the Avalor pretty much. One more move and we should be able to defeat the Avalor. And of course, when I say that, it misses the move. Let me try that one again. I did go ahead with Play Rough, which will actually hit. Now that we have the chance, we can actually go ahead and hit it with our bomb, which is gonna be doing way more damage than before. Alright, so that was pretty good. We did bring it down to 1 bar health. And this time let me just come back and dodge all of these icicles. Alright, we do have a lot of space in here. I do see that it's much easier to actually dodge than in the other arenas before. And here comes the icicle crash, which is pretty easy to dodge as long as you are moving around. And this one is a bit tougher for me since I do have to actually move on. As you can see, I did get hit right over there, and that was really good damage from it. Thankfully, it did only put 4 shots. And all we have to do is go ahead and throw out our Pokemon right here. Alright, okay, let's see how this one goes. I did actually bring out my Arcanine, and let's see if we can take it down in 1 hit. I did choose Rock Slide, which should do much damage. And okay, not bad. Arcanine might go down the next time we try to battle it, so I guess I'll use Fire Fang for this turn. This should take down the Avalor, and it did not. Okay, that was a bit unexpected. I thought it could take it down right there. Okay, that's alright. I guess that's the reason why I do need to actually level up my Pokemons a bit, especially Arcanine right there. If everything goes wrong, I guess I still have my Ursaluna who can help me. Let me quickly go ahead and hit it with more bounce, and as you can see, we did actually bring it down to 2 health. And right here it seems like the meter is not going down. Not really sure what was that glitch all about. Anyway, now it is having some extra moves. It does have the icicles coming over here, but as you can see, it is only coming in those 2 spots. So as long as you keep away from it, you won't be getting hit. Alright, let me go ahead and just stay in the back. As you can see, the icicle crash is only till the front. And this time it's gonna be the ices that are gonna be crashing at you. I do believe this time it's gonna be 6 turns. And yes, I did get hit again, which is fine, I guess. As you can see, it has the ice shards in between. All we have to do is just make sure that we don't touch the ice shards and we are good. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and bring out my electrode. It should be able to take care of this Avalor much easier than my Arcanine. Alright, I guess I'll use energy ball. Let's see if we can take it down in one hit, which I probably can't. Oh, okay. I did not expect that. That was pretty good. I guess I should have used electrode from the beginning. Anyway, as you can see, we have brought it down 3 health, only 1 health left, which is quite nice. I don't really have that much damage still, so we are still good with this. Let me quickly go ahead and dodge its moves and make sure that I don't get hit by the icicles. Alright, we are almost done with this. As you can see, just a little bit of health remaining. All I have to do is just be a bit more patient and dodge all of these icicles that are coming my way. And this is, I think, much of the most nervous thing for me. As you can see, I am in the red, which means that I need to be a bit more careful. And we are kind of in the end, so I'm hoping that we will be able to do this. Alright, so I have electrode ready. Let's quickly go ahead and defeat Avalor once again, and we should be able to take it down after this. Alright, let me quickly use energy ball in strong style. This should be taking it down in one hit. And yes, alright, so that was perfect. Let me quickly use my bombs at it, and we have done it. Alright. And this is gonna be the very last one. And we have quelled all the 5 lords of Hisui region, which is amazing. I'm really happy. This was a really good battle. Alright, so I guess I should have expected something this challenging. It was quite fun and it was not that tough either. And here we have the huge and giant Avalor. I think it was said that it is around 100 years old. No wonder it's that huge. And we do get the ice plate as well. Alright, this was amazing. Here we have both Erda and Garrick. Let's go ahead and talk to them. Seems to me like Garrick is kind of sad that we were able to actually quell it. That's alright. He seems to be referring us to a monster, so that is something, I guess. At least we have Erda in our side and supporting us. That is quite nice to hear. Dashi, Garrick cares for the Pearl clan with all his heart and believes in Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he has feared more than any one of us that gets involved with Diamond Clan or your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag in their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. Alright, but that will change. Irra, I know your fears will change once you see what I have seen. Dashi has much to teach us. She's shown us how we can actually overcome all manners of strife so long our Pokemon are with us. That is true, and I am actually glad that Erda is becoming stronger with her Glaceon. I'm hoping that we will get a battle with her as well in the future. Not only her, Adaman as well. And just by speaking about him, here he is. You quelled our very last frenzy. So the space-time rift should be going away, right? Now that is a question that even I have. As you can see, the space-time rift is still present. Maybe we do have to actually make our way to Mount Coronet again and check that out. Anyway, just before that, I do believe we have to go back to the Jubilev village and report back to Commander Kamado. So that might be our very next task. And since we don't really have any other requests to complete, we can actually make our way back to Jubilev village and go from there. Maybe we do have certain events that will be only triggered if we do so. Anyway, now that we have quelled all the frenzies, I think we are at a really good place. Alright, it seems like we are ready to go back to Jubilev village. So let me make my way over there and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, here we are. Let me quickly talk to Professor Lavinton, and since we have completed a few data in our Pokédex research task, we can actually go ahead and record it as well. But it seems like the last star requires us to complete around 30,000 points, which is so much. It is a lot to complete. Now I do want to make my way over to the training grounds. You might remember that Zizu over there will actually teach us some really good moves, and since we do have some tough battles coming up, I do want to actually go ahead and train up my Pokemons a bit. Give them the Grid Gravel and Grid Pebble that we already have, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, that actually took some time. Let me go ahead and show off the new moves of all of my Pokemons. First off is Goodra. It has Ice Beam, and that's the new move. Arceluna has Ice Punch and Hyper Beam, which is really helpful. Braviary has Psychic and Dazzling Gleam, whereas Samurott has Mega Horn and Poison Jab. Arcanine has Flamethrower and Wild Charge, and finally Electrode has Hyper Beam as well. Alright, so I guess we have completed that. Let me quickly go back to the entrance. I do want to actually bring out my Grid Gravel and Grid Rocks. I do want to increase the HP, attack and special attacks of my Pokemon. I'll see you guys soon. Alright, I'm back in Galaxy Hall, and it seems like ZK right here is a bit worried. It seems his sister is missing again. And this time it's in Alabaster Islands back again. Alright, it seems like this time he did actually say that he wants to go as well with us. So he might actually go over there and wait for us. And I guess we can actually go back over there. Oh, okay. I guess Wanda was still here and not in Alabaster Islands, which is pretty bad since his brother has gone over there. We might have to go there and just maybe rescue him as well. Let me quickly make my way to Alabaster Islands and we can just get the small request completed as well. Alright, so that was a nice plot twist at the end. Alright, we are back in Alabaster Islands, and this time I would have to actually go ahead and use Ursaluna to track him down. Let me quickly mark up the map as well. Of course, it doesn't really show us the direction. I'm hoping he's quite close over here around. And let's see which way we have to actually go to. Alright, nothing yet. And here we have it. Okay, so we are on his scent track. Let's go ahead and go just this way. Alright, so is it in this direction? Not apparently. We do have an item right over here. Let me go ahead and ignore the item, and we can actually go ahead and pick it up later. First of all, I do believe that we need to track him down. Alright, I don't think we have to actually climb up over here, but just in case, let me just look around here as well. and it doesn't seem like he is around here. Alright, here we have his track again, and yes, just as I suspected, we do have to actually go ahead and head down. And I'm actually guessing this, he might be inside this hole right here. He might have slipped up and fallen down. I guess I do have to actually maybe jump down. And okay, he is right over here. Alright, so my guess was correct. He might have actually fallen down over here. And let's quickly go ahead and help him. It seems like we might have to actually go ahead and battle this Pokemon over here, Glalie. And since we don't really have its alpha form, I can actually go ahead and catch it as well. Alright, so I do have my Electrode in the beginning, which was not that good. Now let me try using Thunderbolt. This should be able to do some damage on it. That's not bad. I think my Electrode is gonna be going down right here. And yes, it does. Let me quickly go ahead and switch out my Pokemons. And let's see. I think it is better to actually bring out my Ursaluna. It is quite at a high level, level 75. But I think we can actually make sure that we don't take it down with the help of Ice Punch. A few more Ice Punch is still required, I guess. It does use Blizzard for some reason, and apparently it is able to hit it. Seriously, it is using Blizzard the third time a row, and whenever we do it, it never works out our way. Anyway, let me quickly bring out my Goodra, and I do want to actually use one move at least before I start throwing the Ultra Balls. Now it seems like if I do use any one of the moves, I might accidentally take down the Glalie. So it's better off that I try using a Great Ball, and let's see if we can catch it right over here. And we did not. Okay, this is a bit tricky. Let me try using Ice Beam this turn and hope it doesn't go down. Alright, so it didn't go down, so that was perfect. I guess I can actually use the Ice Beam again and bring it down to red health before I use my Ultra Ball. Alright, so this is perfect. So I guess I can actually go ahead and throw my Pokeball right here. Alright, so Goodra is taking down pretty well. It is Ice type after all. And let me go ahead and throw my Ultra Ball and hope we can catch it right over here. And we do catch it. Alright, so that was amazing. This was quite lucky. I'm glad that we were able to catch it as well. And we have also found the Brothers DK right here. I guess we do have to help him out of this hole as well. And we do have to let him know on Wanda over here. Alright. It seems like Wanda has herself come to Alabaster Islands, which is quite nice. And let's see what we get to finally completing this whole quest thing. It was quite fun to actually go around and find Wanda, and the small twist in the end of finding her brother was quite nice. Alright, so she did give us a Ice Stone, so this is quite nice. If you guys didn't have the Ice Stone, you can actually get one from this request to evolve your Vulpix. Alright. Okay, so now that we have completed this request, I think we can actually make our way back to Jubileef village, and we can actually go back to Commander Kamado to report him on our success. And it seems like Wanda seems to be still not getting the proper way. She is going the wrong way over here as well, which is quite funny. And we do get a Pete block for completing this request. Alright, so that is 2 in 1. Now that we have completed it, I guess we can actually make our way back. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so here we are. Let's quickly go ahead and enter the Galaxy Hall. And we can actually make our way directly to Commander Commando's office. Of course, it means we do have to climb up all the way till there. Sometimes I do wonder why he doesn't really come out from that room. It seems quite boring to be in one room the whole day. Anyway, here we are. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Each of the Pokemon nobles became frenzied, and now each of them have been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think peace would be restored to Hisui by the hand of our mysterious Rift-born helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a new world restored to normalcy. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. That might be true. Go nourish yourself at Wallflower and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui without fearing the Pokemons. Alright, so we have completed this mission as well. I guess we are going back to the Wallflower now, as usual, after we complete a mission. And let's see what Professor Lavinton has to tell this time. Thanks for this nice sizable helping of Potato Mochi, Bunny, old chum. Oh, and if there's anything else that you recommend, by all means bring it out. It's gonna be like a good thing. Alright. Now that Avalor's quelled too, we can survey all over Hisui. I certainly had my reservations as to whether Avalor needs quelling. But if it means bringing calm to everyone, then I suppose we did the right thing. Well, all I'm wondering now is whether what we did is gonna be causing more issues in the future or not. So we would have to actually see that. Maybe after this, maybe tomorrow we'll get to know what issues is being created. Of course, one thing is confirmed is that the space-time rift is still open in Mount Coronet. So we do have a bit of storyline to go to it. And let's see what happens in the next day. Now, I think we have completed a lot of things in this episode. And I do think this is a really nice place to actually end out the video. In the next episode, we can actually go ahead and check out what's going to be happening once we have actually go outside, I guess. Mainly that's the point right now. So we are all just waiting to see what happens next. Alright, so we had our Potato Mochi, and I guess having a good sleep right now is the best thing to do. And I do agree with Ray right here. It is amazing. So let's go ahead and end out this episode over here as well. And in the next episode, we can look into what's gonna happen. I'm really interested in that as well. Alright. And here we have another blast. Okay. So there is something that is gonna be happening. Okay. Alright. So thank you all for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.